Hey Sharon, this is Israel over at Street Roots. I wanted to call and see when the estimated time of arrival for the newspaper would be this morning. I was a poet and writer before becoming involved with the street newspaper movement, and I started volunteering with Street Roots back in 1999. I fell in love with the newspaper and with working with individuals on the streets, and felt like the idea of being able to create a publication for educational purposes and for social change purposes, while being able to offer individuals on the streets income and self-worth and self-confidence, was something that really just meshed with me, and I just fell in love with it. We come out every other Friday. We have more than 70 vendors throughout the community selling the newspaper at local businesses throughout the region, and since our inception we put well over $1 million into the hands of individuals on the streets and helped individuals be able to become housed. One of the things that's beautiful about Street Roots is it helps build self-confidence and self-worth for individuals to be able to believe in themselves, to contribute to society, and to get back on their feet.
I got involved with Street Roots as sort of a last-ditch effort to find employment. I've been homeless for 8 years, and I just got tired of being broke. I got tired of just being something I know that I wasn't. Before I worked for Street Roots, I was just sleeping outside in tents. You know, now that I do work for Street Roots, I make enough money I can sleep indoors with friends, couch surf. I pay rent every month, and it's really cool.
It breaks the myth that homeless people are lazy. The idea of going out and selling a newspaper, it's real work out there in the community. So the idea that homeless people are all lazy or drunks or no goods and don't want to do for themselves, I think Street Roots really shatters that myth by being able to create an opportunity to be able to work.
Thank you very much. God bless you and all your loved ones. Take care now.
We're a volunteer-ran organization. We have 3 full-time staff members, 70 vendors, and we have well over 100 volunteers working with the newspaper. So we have volunteers that work one-on-one with people experiencing homelessness, running the front desk. We have volunteers that work with the newspaper, from writers to copy editors to designers. Our volunteer network throughout the organization is really the backbone of the organization, along with the vendor program. So.
Well, I think this paper is absolutely fantastic. The opportunity for homeless people to get some dignity, to earn some income. The amount of money we put in the pockets of homeless people every week towards their food and shelter is amazing. I'm a board member, and I write a column, and then I come in and I do some proofreading, and I help with the mailing, and I do anything they need. One day I ground coffee beans to make pounds of coffee ready. Enjoy it, every bit of it.
I volunteer at Street Roots because when I'm in bed at night, the first thing that you think about is the fact that not everybody has a roof over their heads and a nice warm blanket around them. And so when you're laying there at night and you hear the weather beating on the window, you sort of got to think, you know, we're not all this fortunate. So if I can volunteer my skill somewhere and it helps others, that's the right thing to do.
So I'm my own boss, and I like my boss, so things work out famously for me.